Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's pre-recorded Lean Publishing Tip of the Day, where we're going to be talking about setting up your author profile on LeanPub. Um, this is something that will happen relatively early on in your LeanPub journey. You're going to be prompted to add a sort of like image for yourself and a description of yourself and what you've done in your life and things like that. Pretty typical author self-publishing stuff, but we just thought we'd give you some tips about how to do it well. As always, today we have a blog post accompanying the tip of the day that you can read and where you can find links and stuff like that. You can find all these blog posts on our blog at leanpub.com/blog, and you see the little magnifying glass. You can search if this one isn't at the top of the page when you find it. These videos are meant to be kind of standalone videos that can last forever. So we won't be going into too many sort of things that are kind of too immediate. And the videos will live forever on our YouTube channel on the playlist for the Lean Publishing Tips of the Day. So the main sort of advice we've been giving in these tips when you're doing something for the first time that other people have done lots and are very easy to find is find precedents. So when you're thinking about, I'm self-publishing for the first time, maybe I've got my first chapter written and I'm ready to hit the publish button on LeanPub. How should I talk about myself? How should I present myself? And the first thing to do is to relax and go out and find author description pages that other people have set up themselves, whether it's on LeanPub or on Amazon or Kobo, I suppose, or wherever else you might find them. The decisions you're going to have to make are like, do you want it to be, what picture do you want to use? Do you want to get a new picture of yourself? Do you want to use a kind of cartoon picture? Do you want to go on very long? Do you want to have lots of links? Do you want to be very brief? Things like that. What should you say? What should you talk about? So let me just share a different tab with you. So the place you're going to do this on LeanPub is on your user dashboard settings page, as it's called currently. It's your author profile page. So what you're going to do is you're going to put a name, you're going to put an email address. Everybody knows my email address. I'm easy to find. And you're going to upload an avatar, as we're calling it, but it's, obviously be a picture of yourself. I've got a sort of relatively famous Montreal comic book artist did my picture once as part of a Kickstarter thing where I supported a graphic novel that they wrote. And what you're going to want to do here, of course, very actually important, is to add your social media presence here. Social media, and since we're LeanPub, there's also GitHub. But one of the reasons, and it looks like I've left some blank spaces here. I am on Mastodon. I am on Facebook. I need to do a YouTube video about myself as well, which is something we recommend. So you can just put a link to a YouTube video you've published about yourself there too, and that'll show up on your profile page. But yeah, you want to put in as many social media links as you can. Try and make sure they work. You'll want to test them on your profile page after you're done setting them up. And anyway, one of the reasons these social media things are so important, especially nowadays, actually, is that they're proof that you're a real person. They're proof of who you are. They give people confidence that you know what you're doing when you're writing about the subject of your book, that if your book is in progress, that you're going to be a serious person who's going to actually, finish it. Things like that. It's sort of like the first thing people are probably going to see if they're if they're going to become a reader of your book is your book title and cover. The second thing they're probably going to see is your book description, which we'll be talking about in an upcoming tip of the day. But the next thing they're probably going to see is your author profile, and they're going to want to learn about you. So you want to present, you want to take this very seriously. And in order to take it seriously, you're going to want to look at precedents and the ways other people have done it. So mine, I need to work on this. This is very simple, basic one. You can see I've got some social media links and a representation of myself on there. And some of my books on my LeanPub account are all kind of, you can think of them as like kind of demo books and stuff like that. So this isn't what you want to look at as an ordinary author, but I just wanted to show you what my page looks like. Now, an ordinary author is an example of a best-selling author is Gregor Hoppe here. Gregor has a very good, relatively sort of straightforward author profile. He's got this nice looking picture of himself, a couple of social media links, LinkedIn and X. And he just, goes right into describing himself and what he does. And this is a sort of an important thing. If you have written other books, you'll want to mention them in your bio on your author profile here. Just mentioning other books is a really good thing for building confidence and letting people know about you and who you are. When you see this, if you scroll down on an author profile page, you'll see various sections. These are populated kind of automatically, although there are some settings you can choose yourself. But yeah, you'll see published books, published bundles of ebooks. In this case, Gregor's got a lot of translations using our Translate AI service, and even unpublished books, which you can choose to appear or not appear on the landing page. Whether or not you get a front matter kind of little badge here is contingent upon whether you've been a guest on the LeanPub podcast, and which Gregor has been a couple of times. So he's got that nice badge there and a link to that. Another example of profile is Sam Lang's. This is just, again, a very succinct thing, but with very carefully chosen words to what she's up to. And here's her friend Karen, and co-author Karen. She's got a little bit more of a description. Yeah, sort of nice, brightly colored, kind of happy picture there, which is really good. And just to share another example, here's Ebenezer Dawn, who's written a couple of great books on LeanPub and who's been on the podcast as well. He's got a video there. He's got published books and published translations showing up. His description is a little bit longer than the other ones. But yeah, it's really good. And you want to look professional. You want to look cheerful in your picture. As I would often say in these videos too, you probably don't want to agonize over it too much. You definitely don't want to let having the perfect author bio hold you back from creating one. You'll get better at it over time. You'll find typos when you come back to it, and you can easily change them. No problem. But yeah, what you're going to want to do when you write these author bios is look at what other people have done and come up with something that you like. I would typically recommend that after you've done it, you show it to people that ask them, hey, what do you think of my author bio? Can you give me just a one-sentence kind of description, like it, don't like it, thumbs up, stuff like that can often be very helpful. And also actually, so this is another thing. It's very easy to get caught up in worried about search engine optimization or SEO. Am I using the right keywords and stuff like that? You do want to think about that. In order to think about that, look at best-selling books in your area, recently best-selling books in your area. Look at their author descriptions and see what keywords they put in there. Do they mention if they've got a website? Do they mention if they've where they're currently working? Do they mention their business if they have one, if they're a consultant or something like that? So you're going to want to look at all those examples from precedents, and you're going to want to get it out the door. Don't obsess about it too much. Just get it out the door and then iterate on it and make it better over time, like so many other things. And like we always like to say about basically everything on LeanPub. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching this video about the Lean Publishing tip of the day, setting up your author profile. If you like these tips, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube. It'll really help us get discovered, and our authors get discovered, and it'll help you make sure you stay up to date on the latest tips and everything like that. So thank you very much for watching today's video.